What happens when you have two all for ones? Well, then I guess you have all for two, as we're gonna see in this video here. Look at that, our poor buddy there. He just, as soon as the match started, began getting bullied by that Deku. That is not very one for all of you, Deku, is it? Not very one for all of you. Oh no, we cannot accept that, can we? We cannot accept that. You are not me. Look at that. Between me dodging the gamma and then that person dodging the gamma, I think that gamma is now being proven recently that it's not really that hard to deal with unless it catches you by surprise. Yeah, I think when Endeavor was super, I don't know why I call him Endeavor. It happens every so often. When All for One was fresh, I think dodging that gamma was a bit weird, but I think now people are kind of getting the idea about it. Not to say that, you know, it's whatever, but I'm just saying, I think people are starting to clock onto it a bit more now. Fighting without a shield is scary business. That's why I like to use my gamma in places where they won't expect to see it coming. You know, like the way I did there. Yeah, go on, be honest. You thought I was going to take that guy's twice quirk. Be honest. You know, you thought that. I thought it too watching this bag. I'm kind of surprised myself. Look at that. That was an A grade disengagement from that situation. I was in such a bad position, but I just managed to use everything I had at my disposal to get me out of there. But had to leave the Mount Lady to it. Okay, letting that Ochako open that box for me. Look at that, she thinks she's got all the time in the world, like, should I pick up this, should I pick up that? I'm like, you ain't got no time to be making these decisions, girl. You have made the wrong choice. And then I made the wrong choice. I did exactly what she did. And I took Momo's bat to the face a few times for it. Drink up. So now we're gonna go back and see if we can collect any of the leftover stuff. Love a big bag. Love a big bag. Trying to remember what point in this. Okay, this must be where I get my twice. Yes. I'm like, actually, you know what? I think I'll grab a handful of those cheeks and make two of myself. And that, dear friends, is how I got the power of twice with All for One. Now, the way I use twice with All for One is from the perspective of someone who doesn't have twice. So I don't have twice, which means I barely ever use twice, and by barely ever I mean I don't play twice. So essentially, the way I use All for One with the twice variant is I like to just throw out that that clone into action, be it as a distraction or be it as a, you know, an extra means of damage on people. So I like to use the clone to essentially take aggro or cause pressure. And then of course you have his Y. It's only level 2 here, so I've got 2 charges, but you can use the Y to get out of danger, to chase, or to reposition, which you're going to see me do like all 3 things with throughout this match. So if you do pick up twice as All for One, chances are you probably don't have twice, so you're gonna play twice similar to the way I do. But if you are a you're a twice guy, maybe you can make more use of him. But either way, still very useful. Look at that. I put that clone out, and someone over there said F you, and that told me immediately, like I said, it was a distraction, someone fell for it, and then I got their position because of it. Okay, he throws those knives so elegantly. Look at this. Twice gamma into all for one gamma. And then I look at that. Use the terrain. That's what you call terrain mastery. Just knowing how to use what's around you to advantage. I knew these guys were going to attack straight away. So I went right there. And look at how much it paid off for me. So that paid dividends that I was able to capitalize on. So yeah, don't forget, using twice his gamma to reposition and then to use all for one's quirks can be a very nice combination, as you just saw. Where are you going, Toga? You look like you're dressed for a meeting, but you only have a meeting with the Grim Reaper. Having 3 group heals in your inventory really does feel like you've collected all the Dragon Balls and you can make a wish. That's just how good of a feeling it is. Also, I like the touch that when you do the clone ability with all for one, another all for one comes out and not a twice. I think that's quite a cool thing. But if I'm being completely honest with you, I think I'd prefer a twice to come out because of those stupidly accurate blades that he throws out. They take the mick. Those things are a joke when the enemy is auto-targeting you with that. So honestly, I'd rather a twice came out than an all for one. That was the cheekiest heal of the game. That Darby couldn't believe what I was doing. He was like, is he healing in that corner? Tried to get over there to my mount lady, but I couldn't get there in time. The Darby was kind of putting me off. This is one of the worst things about the game for me, just getting inventory stunned, you know? Inventory stunned. I'm looking at things I want, I haven't got the space for it, I'm trying to drop things, then I'm picking up the wrong thing, and I'm like, do I get this, do I not? It's horrible. It's horrible. Look at that. Just about got that Darby KO. He was literally like 0.1 second away from getting that revive because I just flopped my final shots. But we made sure his Blazing Inferno was in vain. Presento dayo. Anybody ever seen Mob Psycho 100? Fantastic show. Just truly one of the best. Really love that show. Really do. It's just been put on Netflix in the UK recently, so I've seen all of it already. So it's not anything new to me, but in case you do live in the UK, or maybe I don't know if they put it on any other services, sorry, other regions in Netflix, so maybe it's there in the States as well, or another country, I don't know, but you may as well check. Very good anime, very lovable characters, very funny. Yeah, absolute must watch, in my opinion. So if you haven't seen Mob Psycho 100 before, definitely go and give it a look. It's worth it. It came to my head because the way All For One sounds, like the way he speaks, just reminds me of like a character or two in Mob Psycho 100. Just the way some people speak, they kind of sound like him at times. Look at that. Great use of the charged alpha there. Just basically waited for Darby to make himself vulnerable, for him to put himself out of position, then I just let it rip. That's the bonus of having a charged alpha. You can kind of just hold on to it a bit. And then when they move from thinking that it's coming, then you just punish the actual movement they do. But you have to be kind of close if you charge it all the way up, because then it will move slow. But if you don't charge it all the way, you can still throw a quicker one. Yeah, throw another awful one out there. Just bait. Make them use up their quirks. Make them get their eyes elsewhere. And then punish them with the true awful one power. So yeah, this is how I like to use Twice if I pick him up. Because again, I'm not out here practicing Twice combo and tech. I don't have the guy. Don't play the guy. Don't want to. But if I do so happen to steal that man's quirk, I can at least do something with it. As evident by this match. So for those of you who may pick up Twice and you don't play him either, this is a way you can use Twice. Use the clone to distract and oppress. Use the gamma to chase, escape, or reposition. And use your gamma and your alpha after using Twice's quirks to basically punish people who don't know what's coming. And going into a second game for the video, teaming with my boy Rich and Dynamite, smashing our way through another game. Who do you guys think is the worst matchup for All For One? Someone you think works well against him. Who do you believe that is? Look at that, it's so vulnerable. When you see that move, that's why, you know, I always tell you guys in other videos, I said, use that gamma in a corner, next to a wall, somewhere where they can't see you too well. That's the best place to use it, because then even if you flop it, there's a less chance of them A, seeing you, and B, being able to hit you from where they are anyway. Now, I know what you might say, Set. Sometimes I see you use it out in the open. And yeah, you're correct. But that's me gauging... Wow, that was a brutal combination there. That's me gauging the situation and thinking that I'm within my right mind to do so. So again, it's a case-by-case basis, but the general statement is you don't want to do that out in the open unless you are looking to have some holes in that very pristine suit of his. He was about to put his hand down. I was like, keep your hand up, mate. Oh, look at that. That big alpha actually hit too. But some Toga somewhere was throwing the entire cutlery set at me. Ikibunda. Shadow versus I. What does that username mean? What is the basis of that username? I'd love to know. If they do a third map, I wonder what that would be. I'm thinking, just off the top of my head, I don't know if anything's ever been revealed anywhere or what, but I'd take a guess and say if they did a third map, I would take a guess and say it would either be the town of, what are they called? You know those Revolution guys? The ones Shigaraki went and teamed up with, led by Redestro. What are they? That's gonna bug me. That's gonna actually bug me so much. No, what are they called? But you guys know what I'm talking about now, right? Like their place, their mansion, their towns, their streets, wherever. That place. That I can imagine would be one map. What is that group called? Oh my god, look at that. I brought the whole of Class 1A in there. Oh, Kiri was like, I don't like being brought somewhere without my permission. He's like, don't you fucking ever take me anywhere ever again. Kiri's a dangerous guy, you know. So dangerous, I'm like, you know what, I want some of that. What you had, I want it. Drink that shit, baby. Yeah, so that would be one map I would say could be pretty fun. Yeah, I was about to say, why is he coming over and trying to hit me like that? But then I realized it was a fake, a phony. Look at that, that Toga was wise to it. But not wise enough. And I was like, actually, I'm gonna take what you have. you seem more interesting. I'm going through like a roulette here of quirks. Damn that Derby for hitting me like that. But what other map could there be? Okay, that was I knew as soon as he was coming towards that door, I was like, this is the best time for me to do it. I don't know what was going through my head there when I just stopped hitting him. But someone on his team gave him a very well needed shield boost. That lucky fuck. Lucky guy. I was not willing to let it go though. Look how perfect that timing was. I just was like looking at him spinning. I was thinking, when's that gonna stop? Because as soon as that stops, he's open. And I was just looking at him thinking, that won't last forever. And there you have it. Right on the money. Consider your quirk returned to the library of All for One. See, I mean, I love using the gamma in like those funky positions that just makes it weird for people to see coming. After a wake up is really good too. Because people don't expect it after they get up off the ground. But what could be another good map? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to know what you guys have to say. What could be a good map? I'm trying to not say anything like Season 1, Season 2, because I feel like they cover it with this map. Like, the forest is apparently like a part of this map as well. You know, like, the forest is supposed to, like, you know, represent that part. So before any of you say the forest from Season 2 or whatever it was, they kind of have that covered with this map. Or at least in their mind they have, so they're not going to, like, retread that. But, oh, maybe, you know in Season 5? Season 5, where Class 1A versus Class 1B and a whole bunch of different challenges? Well, it was the same challenge, but just lots of different teams. Maybe that place, with all, like, the pipe work, and it looked like a very factory-esque sort of area. You guys will know what I'm talking. If you've seen Season 5, you know what I'm talking about. I think I would prefer the first idea I had, which was, you know, the Destro's place, you know, his town. But that could also be a possibility as well. The Class 1A versus Class 1B activity in Season 5. See, if only I had gotten this All Might quirk way earlier, maybe I could have done an All Might thingy with this, but I got it way too late. Wasn't worth it. But maybe in the future one day. Anyways, there you have it. 2 decent little games with All for One. One with Twice focused, and the other one with just a bunch of shenanigans going on. So yeah, thank you for watching. Don't forget to leave a like, leave a comment. Hopefully you learned something from this video, and hopefully you enjoyed the commentary as always. See you on the next one.